Hello, this is Scott Wonder. Welcome to another Wonderwoods video. In this video, we're working on a white oak table. It's 60 inches round, and we're mostly working on the base. Tom did most of the work. I show up every now and then to get in the way, and mostly just get involved because I can't stay away. I want to work on everything even though I can't. So I'll show up a little bit, but most of it was Tom. Tom glued up the base out of white oak. It's 8-quarter white oak, and we were talking about how to do it, and I didn't give him any real guidance. Didn't know what to do except for the fact that we didn't have a lathe big enough to do this. And I said, well, we can probably spin it. We've done things before where we spin it and run it on the table saw. So we tried that, and we had this little spinner device, but the wood was super heavy. We couldn't even pick that base up. So we started doing it by alternative methods. So you can see that Tom started out here using the planer, the little handheld planer, the portable one. Ran out of power pretty quick, and then we moved on to the big planer. That Makita planer is a beast. You can't use it too long. It's pretty dang heavy, so it's hard to use. Anyway, we did that for a while to kind of get the piece round. And in this case, we're trying a lot of different things. We didn't know. I didn't want to be too technical. I don't like being too technical.
Well, that's not going to work.
So we started messing around with just kind of free-handing it, kind of see how it would work, using the angle grinder with a cutting attachment on it. We like that thing. It cuts really fast, but there's so much wood here that even it cutting fast wasn't super fast. But we kept messing with it. Tom was doing it for a while, and then like I said, I jumped in here because I just kind of wanted to see what was going on. I didn't want to send him on a fool's errand and tell him to do something that wasn't possible. So I saw him messing with it, and I said, let me grab that thing for a minute just so I can figure it out and make sure this is going to work before we get too deep. So I messed with it for a little bit, and you can see how it's kind of lumpy. Not really working too well, so we're kind of trying to spin it.
Let's keep doing this for a minute. I want to see if we can get like one area kind of like round looking.
So after a while of spinning it and having Tom spin it slowly and me doing it fast and different ways, we just kept working on it. Try to get the feel for it. You can see how it wants to grab, it wants to pull. So after a while, we decided to just kind of use the grinder sideways like this that Tom was doing. Kind of give us a feel for the roundness. We'd spin it a little bit and we could see where the high spots were at. We started getting real shape to it. Then if we get it basically round, I say we, because it's mostly Tom. After he started getting around, he started digging out the profile. Again, kind of messing with it, just trying to get a feel for what's going to happen. Then we realized we couldn't really do it with, freehand. It wasn't going to be as easy as we thought. So Tom started messing with making a jig for it. And you can see here when he's spinning it, it's kind of working, it's kind of grabbing. It's kind of working. So the way he made the jig here, you can see how the grinder, how he can swivel it back and forth. So it gives him a little scoop while he's doing that. Did a lot of that just to clear stuff out. because it would work, it would cut, but then when you spin it around, then you'd hit a spot, then it'd be cutting a little bit too deep, and it'd be just hard to maneuver. So he was able just to mess with that. You get it pretty close to shape. Then of course he was dying to use the belt sander to see how that would work. You can tell it's still not round at all, but you want to get a feel for what was going to happen, how it was going to work. So we went back to the grinder, kept messing with that, and really started to take a good shape. You can see it's really starting to get round. And then it got fun because it really started getting into good shape. And the grinder and the sander, each of the tools, will grab the base and make it spin. So it's kind of like a lathe at that point with a motor, only the power's coming from the cutting tool. So it's kind of fun. You see they can kind of get it going. Cutting out the shape a little bit at a time. And we did this over multiple days. You can see Tom change from warm weather gear to cold weather gear. Kept playing with it. You finally get it to where it's really got a good shape, and you can use belt sander on it. And what's kind of fun with the belt sander is depending on the angle you turned it, you can speed up or slow down the spinning cycle on there with the belt sander to finish that up. So he just belt sanded it for a while. Get really close to the final shape. You see how it spins fast and then slow it down. And then get in the shop and do the final sanding on it. Good job, Tom. Thanks for watching this video, and if we can talk you into it, please subscribe below. That way you'll be up to date with all our latest videos. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.